Good morning. This is Camille from Ezential Yoga. Just in case you're new to this group or you're just signing in for the first time, I wanted to go over, I had two requests, which is always cool, to go over a seated yoga sequence for a lot of people who or maybe in the office, and maybe you do a lot of sitting for your job. And, also chair yoga is good for people who aren't maybe able to do your conventional yoga, like the standing, or maybe their balance isn't great. So anyway, I wanted to go over a nice sequence for you, and hopefully you'll enjoy it and maybe incorporate it into your day. Hi, Roxanne. So let's get started. So I actually teach at least 2 classes a week on chair yoga. I do it virtually, just like this, with several ladies, one being my mom. So the range of ages are like in 60s. Actually, there's a 50-year-old. Maybe 55. So in their 50s all the way up to, I have a wonderful lady, Mary, who's 80. So, but it doesn't, I also do chair yoga for my cousin who has a bad hip. So, and she's, my age. So there you go. It really can be a good way to get mobility when maybe you think, well, I can't do yoga, but you can. So let's get started. Hi, Amy. Okay, so usually what we do is hands on the lap. Now, once again, you can have hands down or palms up, depending on if you need grounding or if you're maybe fatigued and want a little bit of more energy. So let's start this way. We're going to breathe in through our nose. And breathe out through your nose. Then I'll usually get you started with some neck stretches. So you're going to bring your right ear to your right shoulder. And that stretches out your whole left side of your neck, which is good, especially if you've been seated or maybe typing into a computer. You have that normally your forward head. So a neck stretch is good for you. Then you come up to center, and then you're going to bring your left ear to your left shoulder. What I try to cue people not to do is, one, bring your shoulder to your ear. That's cheating. Or, moving your body. Really, you're just literally moving your head. So just picturing your ear coming to your shoulder. It doesn't have to reach. Mine doesn't reach unless I cheated. So then we come up to center. And now you're going to you're going to look over your right shoulder. Once again, this is a neck stretch. So really try not to move your body. Keep your shoulders facing forward and you're looking over your shoulder. Then you come back to center. Then you're going to look over your left shoulder. Do like a couple breaths here. Then you're going to bring your head to center. Now bring your chin to your chest. Once again, do a couple breaths. And then you're coming up to center. Now, I don't really suggest doing a lot of hyperextension, meaning like looking up at the ceiling. It's not necessary. And if you have any neck issues, you could potentially hurt more than help. So I would just do forward flexion and then keep your head in neutral from that point on. Okay, so once our neck is stretched, now we're going to work on our arms. So bring your hands to bring your palms to heart center. I usually have you interlace your fingers, and then you're going to push your palms out. Okay, so this is going to give you a good stretch in your elbows. If you can't straighten your elbows, you can leave them out like this. That's fine. And then what I want you to do is continue to push forward until you feel maybe a stretch in your shoulder blades. And then you can drop your head, keeping your ears between your biceps. And you'll feel a nice upper back stretch on this. And what I usually do is have them come up overhead. So see, my palms are still facing out. And try to come up overhead. If this is tough, like if you can only get here, that's fine. As long as you're feeling a stretch, all is good. Okay, so we're up here. Now, if this is too much for your wrist, you can, bring your hands together, come up. You can also do goalpost arms. Okay. All right, so once we bring that down, then I usually have people scooch to the edge of the chair. And what we're going to do is a modified cat-cow. Okay, so I usually have them hold on to the seat of the chair, and you're going to roll your shoulders back. And, if I did it sideways, see how my back is sort of curved? So that's a cow pose. And then you can roll your shoulders forward, bringing your stomach in and dropping your head. So that's cat. So rolling your shoulders back is cow. You do an inhale and rolling your shoulders forward, dropping your head is cat. So we'll usually do about 3 to 4. So you're rolling your shoulders back. And then exhale. Inhaling. This is great for your posture, especially if you're seated. Hey, Mike, I'm doing something in a chair, so you can do this. And then rolling forward. Okay, and then you're up. Now, another one, we want to try to stretch out. So we did our neck, we did our shoulders. Now you're going to drop your right hand to the side, and you're going to bring your right or your left arm up. If this is impossible, you can always do this. You can put your hand on your shoulder. You can have your hand on your hip. What you're going to do is come over to the side. So if you're able to do this, this sort of intensifies the stretch. If you're able to do this, you still get a stretch. And then we're going to switch sides. So left hand comes down. Once again, try to keep both butt cheeks on the chair. Or up here. Overhead. And back down. Okay, so we'll do that one more time. Right hand is down, left hand is overhead. And switch sides. Left hand is down, right hand is overhead. Or hand on the hip. And then back up. Okay? Now, usually what we do, having a strap or a block is great, but we're going to do without them today only because you might not have that at the office. So I'm going to move back just a hair. Okay, so what I want you to do, try to scooch up to the edge of the seat. You're going to have your heel down and your toes pointing at the ceiling. Try to have your leg as straight as possible. And you're just going to slide. So this is my right leg. So I'm going to slide my right hand down that leg. Okay, so we're getting into the hamstring and your calf. If you need to keep it bent, that's fine. Okay. And then we come back up. Left leg, always do both sides. As I say, you don't want to be crooked. So left heel comes down, toes are pointed up. We're just going to slide that left hand down the left leg. We have a nice little hamstring stretch. And then we're coming up. Now, if you can, of course, right knee into your chest. This is where a strap would come in handy, just for S's and giggles. So if this is not in your range of motion, hold it up. Okay. So this is one leg, and then we go to the other leg. If you don't have any knee issues, your hands can come on the outside. If you do have knee issues, come in under so you don't put any pressure on the kneecap. Okay, so we do these a couple times. Okay, now a lot of times people who sit a lot get sciatic pain, so it's that pain right in the middle of your butt cheek. I get it myself. So what you would do is, so my right ankle is on my left knee. I already feel this, so I don't necessarily need to intensify the stretch, but if you're flexible and you're not really feeling a big stretch, you can actually lean forward at the hips. So I'm not saying this. Keep yourself straight. So roll your shoulders back and then fold forward. Okay, and then you'll definitely feel a intense, more of an intense stretch. Okay. And then coming down, we're going to switch sides, my left ankle on my right knee. And we're going to forward fold. So once again, roll your shoulders back. Hi, Maria. We're going to fold forward. And this really does open up your hips. It does open up that backside. This is what they would call a piriformis stretch. So, and if I'm not mistaken, the piriformis muscle is what helps you be able to cross your legs. So stretching this is definitely, it can be painful, but you can control the intensity of the stretch. So, hi, Hetty! I love you guys. All right, and then down. Okay, so you can actually do a warrior series while you're seated, believe it or not. So what I would do is you can turn to one side. So my right leg is here, left leg is back. Now I can do, a nice little lunge. So if you really, want an intense stretch on your hip flexor, you can do this. Or if you honestly can't get your leg back there, this is fine. Wherever your leg is able to be comfortable is good. If your toe down is uncomfortable, you can do, you can lay the foot flat. Okay, so we would come up into warrior one. Once again, I'm keeping my posture straight. Then you're going to flip your arms back. So my right arm is here, my left arm comes back. Remember, both palms are facing the floor. Okay, so we don't want this. We don't want this. We want this. Okay, so here we are in warrior two. You can do a reverse warrior, flipping your palm, holding onto the seat, and then arcing back. You can also do a side angle, so coming back into warrior two, sliding your arm down, bringing your arm up. Here we are in a side angle. This is really good for the side of the body. Coming back into warrior two, bringing your arm up. Now we're in warrior one. Coming back to center, and then, two sides. So you got to do it there. So here we are, warrior one. Coming back into warrior two, my palms are facing down. Flipping your palm, holding on to the chair. Coming back into reverse warrior. Coming back to warrior two. Sliding your hand down. We're in a side angle. Hand over the head, you can always do hand on your hip. Because really, the point of this side angle is really to open up your chest. So if you're here, no. Try to do, so just rolling the shoulder back. See, my chest is out. Okay, so if this mobility is not in your body and you end up being like hunched over, really put your hand on your hip. You're getting the benefit without letting the mobility of your body, get in your way. Who's that? Hi, Deb. All right, so now we're in side angle, coming back into warrior two, up to warrior one, coming back to center. Okay, so I'll give you a couple more exercises. I know I'm running long, but better to have the exercises that you can do. So another one is come to the edge of the chair where you're comfortable. I mean, most of my tush is on here, so, and try to widen the legs, maybe point the feet out. And if you can, my right arm goes down my right leg and coming up or this way. Once again, you're stretching out all those side muscles that maybe aren't getting stretched while you're sitting. So, and then coming over to the other side. Once again, the arm can be up or at my waist. And then coming back up. Now, usually what you can do is, I'll do some shoulder rolls back. You really want to concentrate on your posture. Easy is to, this is our comfortable spot, rolling our shoulders in and on our phone or on our desk. You really want to try to bring that posture back. Posture is actually one of the things, like if you have poor posture over a long period of time, you can have neck issues and back issues and shoulder issues. So posture is more important than I think people give credit to. So always really try to roll those shoulders back and just be cognizant of it. Okay, so we're here. If you can, we're going to try to do a forward fold. And then you're going to come up. Bring your hands to heart center. We focus on our breath at this point. So you're breathing in through your nose. Breathing out. Try to give yourself a break today. Always, always be forgiving for yourself and know that you're going in the right direction. And thank you for joining me today. And if you have any other requests, please. So we had fibromyalgia, and now we're doing office yoga. If there's a pose you want to work on, if there's anything that maybe interested you, let me know. It could be a breathing technique. Oh, I heard about this breathing technique I was interested in, or anything at all. So I will talk to you guys on Thursday. So if I get no recommendations, then I go with what I like. So just to let you know. All right, guys, have a wonderful day, and thank you for joining me. So Roxanne and Deb are my new ones today. Thank you for joining me. And my lovely friends at Argus. Oh, Tiffany, hi. My lovely friends at Argus, you know who you are. Amy, Mike, Maria, Hetty, and Tiffany. I love the support. I don't know what I'd do without you. So have a great day, and namaste.